up first.
Tom, what's going on in your life? Give us something interesting. We're all so
Newsworthy.
tired today. It's just we're just like
What's
we're playing
newsworthy
stuff.
with you,
but-
Tom?
Other than the fact I haven't slept well for several nights now. Nothing.
Oh yeah, Tom
That's
doesn't.
breaking
Yeah,
news,
Tom
right?
doesn't sleep now. That's a thing.
He's
Yeah.
nocturnal. He's a cool vampire.
I don't sleep. I'm immortal.
I know, mate. You told me about this. You could tell me about the grifter controller that you.
Sorry, I'll stop laughing.
Please do. Please tell us about the grifter. What is the grifter?
It's a Kickstarter I found on Kickstarter, as you'd expect.
You go on Kickstarter. No, this doesn't.
Nope.
What were you about to say, John?
Moving on.
You go on Kickstarter.
I'm all about Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Right, what is grifter?
Okay,
What-
Grifter
it's
is a
Kickstarter for
Kickstarter.
what?
It's basically a controller that's being made that can essentially work for almost all of your consoles.
Almost all.
So what? Name the consoles.
I actually have a
It's,
list of-
if I remember from the video I saw, it's a PC controller. You can use it for PS3, and with a particular adapter, you can use it for Xbox.
What? 360, Xbox One, PS4. What are we talking here?
I'm
Master
pretty sure-
System.
Sources
Atari
tell
Jack-
me.
Atari
I'm pretty sure
Jaguar,
it's PC and all the current and previous gen Sony and Microsoft consoles.
PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Android.
Well, except for Android, I didn't get the Android.
With
but other than that, yeah.
iPhone, iOS as a
So what is this? What does it look like then? What's this hardware look like?
It looks crazy. Holy
It looks
shit.
it's interesting.
to
It's
see
sort
it,
of
it's
the
crazy.
main device itself. It's a bit like the Wii Remote Nunchuck, but a lot more specialized.
Is this the one with the little like sort of gun sort of head on
A
it?
little
Is it
bit.
that
A
one?
bit.
That is
It's got like on this thing. It's
Can
got
it
an
be used
analog
as a
stick.
light gun?
It's got
think so.
yes, actually, but I'll get to
You
that.
use
in a
it
bit.
like PS
I'll get to that in a
Yeah.
bit. There's on the left thing. There's an analog stick, a couple of buttons. There's a trigger on the back, which is a proper trigger. It's like really well designed trigger. And you could, for example, for PC games, you could use
Tom's
that.
triggered.
The trigger has triggered me, you guys. Anyway, for PC games, you could use that in the left hand and a mouse in the right hand. So to like play first-person
Yeah.
shooters.
So
or
what about Xbox,
MOBAs.
PlayStation? Tell me about that.
There's a right controller that's very similar but slightly different, and a middle device that clips them together into
Wow.
one single controller.
It looks really. You'd have to
That
see
does-
it.
that
It looks
sounds pretty
You have to-
cool.
I definitely recommend you check out the video because it's go onto the Kickstarter page. It's hard to describe. Dan will agree with me.
What's
It's
it
very
called again?
a
Grifter.
grifter. It's very
Grifter.
edgy looking. I'll say that much.
They call it a morphing gamepad.
That's
Morphing
pretty cool.
Gamepad, yeah.
I'll check that out.
Apparently, it's already been like made and designed. The Kickstarter money is just to get it into mass production.
Yeah, apparently. So that looks crazy. They would if you watched the video for it, they were sort of positioning it as like a solution for VR controllers.
Yeah, because it's sort of like another little addition you can have
Yeah.
for the left. I think for the right controller, I think is that you can slide a little motion sensitive thing on it,
Yeah.
and it can act as you said earlier, like a light gun. Where if you're wearing a VR helmet,
Yeah.
you hold like the left thing in your left hand, stand up, and you can do VR gaming completely fluidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of footage of people with VR
That
things
sounds
going
pretty
on.
cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So
Even if it's doesn't turn out to be good, it's a very interesting thing to keep an eye on. I'd say.
as of now,
An eye's on it.
It's a Kickstarter. It has 28 days left or thereabouts.
How much have they made? I know
They-
the
they've
goal
made-
is 65,000.
They've made 40. Last time I checked, which was like Sunday, they made 45,000 out of 65,000. So I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah.
They've got another month, so yeah. So that's the grifter. Check that out. That looks interesting potentially, if a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and we have a couple of stories. Nothing major.
Yeah. Sure.
One that springs to mind is that Twitch announced their first convention that they're doing this year.
Oh.
That'd be
Twitch
pretty cool.
TV.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's called TwitchCon. It's in September.
But are they going to stream it?
I mean, I would imagine so.
LOL.
Oh, burn. Oh, where'd you call me that one?
That was genuine. What you want that was.
That's a heartfelt one.
Yeah.
So that's in San Francisco, the 25th.
Oh,
and
we're going then, yeah.
26th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have a road trip.
25th and 26th of September, which I believe
I'd love to go
is a
to San
weekend.
Francisco.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll make it.
Maybe
It's a
we'll
make it
ghetto-
one day.
Maybe one day the Ghetto podcast will make it and we'll be, hey, we're live from San Francisco.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So I believe that it's for. They say it's for viewers, partners, and streamers. I want to say. So if I don't know how you get tickets, they haven't announced
That's
what
a
it
buy,
is.
are they?
They've just said they're doing it. So
Okay.
if you're interested in that, check that out. That's in September again. I assume that'll become a yearly thing, but see why not? Twitch is
Yeah. See how the first one goes, and if it goes well, then make it a yearly thing.
Yeah.
If
So
not,
that's
then
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon.
Before we get into some weird Last Guardian shit,
Yes.
I wanted to talk about. Did you see? Also, first, no, actually,
Oh, go ahead.
more importantly, more pressingly,
okay.
Kanye West is making a video game about
God, I
his
heard
mum.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to be world changing. It's going to
probably the most
it's going to
important
redefine the video
of
game.
It's called Only One, and apparently it's about his mother's journey to heaven. His mother died a number of years ago, I think. Or some sort of, I don't know what.
Do you know? As soon as I heard this, 50 Cent, Blood in Sand, just rose up into my mind, and I was like, oh god, here we go again.
So it's a game about.
This would be more artful than that.
Oh my god! I just
Kanye
remembered I had like a terrible thought when I first heard about the game. It's
Terrible thought.
Yeah.
Murder.
When
It's
it said
horrible.
when he
Mommy,
said
I had to call my mummy straight away. Mommy, I've had a terrible dream.
Are you quite finished?
Yeah.
You're quite finished. Okay. Okay. So, my terrible thought was when I first heard about the game and that it was going to be about his mother's journey to heaven. I thought, what is it going to be an infinite runner?
Damn.
Somebody call the Burns unit. Let's hope Kanye doesn't listen to this podcast. He's going to pop a cap in your ass.
Hold on, Kanye's calling. Deeply offended.
I've said before, I'm pathetically out of shape, so he could probably snap me across his knee.
Yeah, probably.
Tom, do you know, I would love to see Kanye West beat you up. That would be the most... To get a jet to England.
Do you know what I would also love to see Kanye? I record it, I will watch it, I will favourite it.
It would be hilarious.
I'll have it on loop, I'll watch it every night before I go to bed just to remind myself, wow.
Kanye West gets like his private jet over here. Who talks shit about my mama? It just beats you up.
Wow, that was unnecessarily cold, Tom.
Yeah.
I said it. I prefaced it with that it was a terrible thought. So
yeah, I mean, it sounds like an odd game, but he's got the money, isn't he? Surely
he hasn't said what it is or who's making it, but he said he's been working on it for 6 months. So
he's got the money to put into it. He's making it coding the entire thing.
He's making it in uni.
Yeah,
I feel like someone sort of talked him into this. Yeah, someone looking at like, you've got lots of money. Hey, do you know what you should do?
Make a video game.
If you give me £1 million,
I'd say that for anyone else, but Kanye West is so weird that he probably decided it all by himself, and everyone was like, "No, don't do that." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it."
I don't know. Who knows? He's got the money to put into it if he gets the right people. It might be another 50 Cent blockbuster hit, like 50
God,
Cent.
I hope so. Boy, that was a smash hit. Yeah. But I'm interested to say the least about that game. Only One, it's called.
Odd.
Who knows what that'll be? See, that's what Bethesda's got at E3 this year. Yeah. Only One, published by Bethesda, not Fallout. Who wants that? Wet 2.
Anything else?
So another one is, did you hear about the whole Square Enix weird thing that they're doing? They're doing a service called Square Enix Collective or something.
No, I didn't hear about it.
It's so weird. Basically, this is from last week. They're doing a service where 3 of they're basically auctioning off. Well, not auctioning, but they're giving up 3 of their, like, a bunch of old IPs, but 3 at the moment from their back catalogue that they basically don't know what to do with. And the 3 that they are doing at the moment is Fear Effect, if anyone's familiar with that.
I remember that, yeah.
Like a PS1 game.
God, I remember the adverts and stuff for that. Wasn't it 2 Girls Kissing from the original?
Really don't know what it is. It's some sort of...
Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker at the time.
What kind of game is that? I don't even know.
Oh God, I can't even remember.
Like
I literally just remember the advertising for it.
That would stick with you,
wouldn't it? Well, at the time it was like pretty shocking for games to do stuff like that, but...
So apparently that's up. Gex the Gecko, everyone's favourite classic 3D platform.
Everyone's failed mascot. Everyone's favourite failed mascot, isn't it?
And a lesser known one, Anachronics. And I'm familiar with that.
No.
That was a weird, like a JRPG thing.
Yeah.
That Ironstorm did after they did
Gex
that.
is worth a buy, isn't it?
Gex is the main one. That was the one they were pushing.
Yeah.
But basically, what they're doing with this is people can essentially pitch their ideas for what they want to do with these franchises, and if they get enough votes from the community, and then if Square Enix likes that idea, they will be allowed essentially to be given the rights to make a game in that series. Any of those 3 series for now. Presumably, if this goes well, they'll do other series. God knows what, but that's what they're doing for now.
This is springing to mind now, and if I'm right, they still want a cut though, don't they?
That's where that all sounds great, but this is where it gets weird for me. This is where I don't like it. Is that you can make the game, but you have to crowdfund it yourself. Square Enix will not give you any money for it. So they'll say, "Hey, go make a Gex the Gecko game. We're going to take a 20% cut, but we're not going to give you any money." So the developers get 80%, they get 20%. Again, Square Enix is not going to put anything forward.
Doesn't
I
that
sort
mean
of
that
feel
basically...
like Fear Effect might actually be worth it.
Well,
I think
like,
something out of it. Maybe not the other 2, but
I don't know what you can do with Anachronics, but Gex the Gecko
is... So they're not paying a penny towards it. Is Square Enix actually losing anything over
They're
this?
not doing anything.
This
is literally an excuse for them. This is literally an excuse for them to print money.
It's just like Square Enix doesn't know what to do with these old franchises. You make it, we'll take some of them.
Just put them in the fan machine and take the money that pours out.
I like the idea, sure, but it's really gross when you think that they're not going to put a penny towards it. When they say
I don't like the idea of that really. It's
when Square Enix says, hey,
selling IPs but yet still retaining the rights.
Yeah, when they say, hey, you can have the rights to Gex to Gecko, but go crowdfund it yourself because we don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
It's completely risk averse. It's just shifty. I don't like any part of it, but if anyone, who knows, maybe we'll get some fantastic Fear Effect sequels.
Yeah.
Or something,
Who knows?
Or a crazy
more girls
Animatrix
kissing
too,
girls.
so.
Let's do it. Fear
Let's
Effect
do it.
too.
You got to up the ante. I mean, these days
You got to up the ante. What do you want to see, Tom?
You got to, if you're going for the
Guys
shock,
kissing guys.
if you're going for the shock factor, you got to get something like it's going to shock today's audience. You got to have like horses kissing or something.
Yeah,
You
that's
think
pretty edgy.
girls kicking girls? Kicking girls.
Girls kicking girls.
You're gonna shut Tom.
So dead or alive.
Someone just be like, okay, internet, your move.
Another day. So, if you are interested in pitching an idea to that, email collective@square-enix.com, and apparently that'll go to some sort of place where people can vote on those ideas.
Some dark
preferably.
crevice of the internet where.
Well, I don't know. So that's
Yeah.
a weird thing that I don't really like. But
Right, that's the thing.
anything else that you want to bring up? Because that's all I've got.
No.
I reckon we're pretty much
No.
done for today.
Wait,
I completely
hang on.
Completely forgot the Last Guardian thing. You guys hear
Oh,
about
the
you
Last
guys hear about
Guardian.
that?
No,
Wait,
I
what?
what they said? Tell me, I need to know.
Well, there was a number of things, right? This goes back a while to the end of last year. Basically, everyone knows about the Last Guardian. It's
Yeah.
what is it like, the spiritual
Oh,
successor
God.
to like Shadow of the Colossus?
That's what they say.
Yeah,
That's such a great series of
Yeah.
words, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's just,
That's just
it
words,
yeah,
isn't it?
I love that.
That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So, wait, what was there been news about it? What?
So, late last year, the trademark or the copyright or whatever lapsed and they didn't renew it. So everyone was like, oh, that's it.
It's done.
It's
Yeah.
over. Pack in
Yeah.
the bags. But then Sony was like, oh, no, wait, sorry. That was just an error. We were just late to do that. We have renewed the copyright. So people are like, oh, they are going to make it. And they've come out and they made some statements. The director, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, but Fumito Ueda is
That's
apparently
good
the...
enough.
Shall I give that a
the-
try? Where is it? It's
There we go. Fumito Ueda.
Fumito Ueda.
That'll do. That's racist.
Tom.
That's the sense of it now. I'm just going to put a beep there. So no one can hear your pathetic accent. But he was apparently the director of Shadow of the Colossus. So if anyone knows
that'd be
about
great.
that,
Yeah.
that's probably a
great
big
game.
name.
Shadow Colossus is one of my favourite games of all time.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I know it's a legendary.
Oh,
game.
Dan,
I know.
what
I
are
need
you
to play it.
doing?
I need to play
Dan.
it,
Let's
but-
do it. Let's Dan reacts
Dan
to Shadow
reacts,
Colossus.
yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be great.
Or
now.
like alternate them.
Oh
Tom
no,
reacts,
it
Dan
still
reacts,
holds up.
Tom reacts,
Yeah, it's still there. Shadow Colossus still holds up to this day.
So, in December of last year, some of this stuff's going back a
Yeah.
while. Ueda said that the game was moving forward under new conditions, which he later referred to as being moving from PS3 to PS4, and he said that his role in the game was largely finished. His contribution to the game was largely finished, which implies the games, I don't know, maybe exist for
Nearing
one thing.
alpha, do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, he just said that. Well, that he was pretty vague. He said that as a director, his role is finished. So whether that means
It could mean two things, couldn't it? Really, that.
well,
like,
yeah, that
he's been
means
Depending on what I
sacked.
meant, it
Yeah.
could be, yeah.
either he's not got a huge role or the game's nearly finished. So
Or the game's not been done at all,
yeah, it's not even
and it's
started,
been cancelled. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
that at least implies that it's still in production, which
Mm.
is a weird thing. So I
Yeah.
think a lot of people kind of assumed it was dead.
Yeah,
But
I'd love to see it. I mean, I love Shadow
all right,
Colossus.
hot
so-
predictions right here from
Here
the,
we go.
from the
Another
Competition.
competition.
Let's see if-
late.
Give me a rough estimation as to the release date of Last Guardian. Tom, hit me. Month and year.
I would, if I had to make a guess, I
And
would say...
when do you think its first appearance is going to be? E3 this year, next year,
I'd say
2017?
if it is going to happen, I'd say E3 this year. They wouldn't make
This year?
Yeah, news like this. If it
Well, I get that, but this was all accidental because the copyright thing leaked out
Yeah.
or whatever. So
I mean, if it's
They don't really mean
if
to
with
do
them
that.
saying that his role is done, if they are going to announce it, like if it hasn't been cancelled, I reckon they're going
You
to
think
announce
this
it this year. Yeah. And as for a release date, I'd reckon
month and year, go.
summer 2017, off the top of my head.
I've heard that rolled around. What do you think, John?
I'm going to say the 24th of November 2015
Ooh,
This year?
at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's ambitious. I don't think this year. I'd say either 2016 or 17.
yeah.
I'd say either early 17 or late 16. I don't think this year is viable. I think we might see it this year, E3.
Yeah.
Next week, why not?
I think we'll probably-
Surprise release. Do you know
I
what?
think
We've been
we'll
fooling you all.
probably-
It's done. There you
God,
go.
the
It's,
world
it's like the
It's like Indigo Prophecy.
Indigo Prophecy
Just
re-release.
comes out.
They literally announced it the day before it was released.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it'll be at next year's E3,
Yeah.
and then it'll be 2017. is what I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
fair
So.
enough.
Last Guardian, apparently that's still a thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Prey 2 is no longer a thing. So
Oh,
that was
so sad.
cancelled.
Prey 1 was.
Well, Prey 1 wasn't great, but then Prey 2 looked pretty cool. Did you see that? Like
Yeah,
trailer?
I saw some of this stuff.
Which was, it looked great, but it looked nothing like Prey 1.
Yeah.
So I have no idea why it was even called Prey 2. The lucrative Prey license.
Yeah.
What
the hell?
But yeah, Last Guardian, keep an eye open for that. That is apparently still a thing. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Unless I'm thoroughly mistaken, that's it. If I'm not.
So we're Dan, John, and Tom. There you go. Just come pretty quick, doesn't it? We're Dan, John, and Tom.
Dan
That is. Thanks for putting up with us today because we're all pretty tired. But
well, Tom's tired because he hasn't slept in a week, but that's just his usual. He's fallen asleep. That's just rude. You can't do that. You're fired. Only 3 weeks in, he's yet to write something. But you can stop that now.
Okay.
Sherlock review on the site within the next week. I'm actually demanding that rather than asking.
Let's Play Escapist. That'll be filmed this weekend. You guys
All
want to
right.
check that out
Yes.
next week?
Yeah.
I want to plug my shit. I have a number of series coming up. I have my random PC thing, Untitled thing, where I'm going to play a random PC game every week.
Yep.
Going to be starting that this week, maybe.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be starting it with Fallout, the original Fallout, but I don't know. So check out that. Check out John's Let's Play. Check out your review, which is forthcoming. It better be forthcoming.
Yeah.
And for us here at Double Thrill, we're done, I think.
Good
Farewell.
night.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys.